Hi lovely ones, it's Anthony and welcome to my channel for a first impressions Friday. And today I have the World Animal Dreaming Oracle by Scott Alexander King. Scott sent this to me. This is illustrated by Karen Branchflower and it is a new deck by Animal Dreaming Publishing. So Scott Alexander King and I kind of go pretty way back. I met Scott for the first time at a Conscious Living Expo in Perth. Oh my stars, when? Let me have a look at when this was. This was a long while ago, folks. This was before I even was doing any of this. 2003. And this was when the Animal Dreaming was first coming out. This is the first book. I have this edition, which I absolutely love. And then I got I know that I took a real pause there when having a look. And then I got, of course, Animal Messenger, which is, I actually think there's another book out. And this one was signed in 2006, which was the second time we met. And then I moved to Canada. So we haven't had a chance to kind of meet face to face since I moved, which I hope one day that will be rectified. But Scott did send me the new deck. It is a 49 card oracle deck. It is very shiny because of the placky on there. So we're going to swap over those cameras like always and go through the World Animal Dreaming Oracle deck by Scott Alexander King, who specializes in animal magic, spirit animals, animal guides, animal communication, animal symbology, and has been honestly my go-to for a really long time. Before we switch over, it was really hard to find with books. Like you would look up books, say when I was living in Australia, and they would have things like bear and coyote and all that, and it's like, well, we don't have bears and coyotes here in Australia. So it was great the first time I found Scott Alexander King and was able to look up things such as galahs and kangaroos and echidnas and a massive beautiful amount of wildlife we have there. So his work will always have a very special place in my heart and in my practice. So let's go and switch over those cameras now and go through the deck together. Okay, so now we're going to explore the World Animal Dreaming Oracle, which is revised and expanded by Scott Alexander King, and that's that 49 card deck. And if you can hear anything in the background, that's just my puppy, because, you know, as fate would have it, the second I start to record, either a lawnmower starts going, which is what happened earlier this morning, so I had to postpone filming, or my dog starts making a little noise. So the box is quite a lovely size. It's quite big. The illustrations are by Karen Branchflower. So we have a really big, quite a nice big box. This is by Animal Dreaming Publishing. Green on the inside. The deck. And the guidebook. So put that up there. This is the guidebook. So we'll go through that after we've had a look at the cards. I love the backs. The backs are super beautiful. So they actually remind me about the size of my Awakened Soul Oracle deck. So they are quite large in size. I really like so you've got like green, yellow, red, and blue. So you can see it's very elemental in nature. It's really quite stunning with that trisketrillion in the middle there. Okay, so bald eagle. I actually saw a bald eagle the other day at the park, like literally down the street from me, and I thought, oh my gosh, if the thing like wants to come down and take my dog, you probably could. So we have the elemental symbols around the border, and then we have also like a sigil for each one, and a number, the name of the card, and the key. The border is really, really pretty. It's very big, so if you don't like borders of that, of like a large nature, it might be a bit distracting. We have antelope, radiance. So the eagle has all of the elements, and then we've moved into the element of air. Radiance. Lion, languor. Languishing around, being all majestic and stuff. Rhinoceros, staying power. Cheetah, vigor. I love the sigils of each animal. And so as you can see here, the background of the actual cards allows for the animal to really pop out of the middle of the card. Pheasant, lovers. Horned owl, warning. That's really cool. Love owls. Oh, this beautiful butterfly. Transformation. Oh, this horse is so gorgeous too. Horse, personal power. It might be a Palomino. I don't know. It's probably not, but Palominos are my favorite horses growing up. Otter, one of my favorite animals ever. Otter, playfulness. If you can get any freaking cuter than an otter, even though they stank of fish. Ghost bat, rebirth. Polar bear, brotherhood. Now we move to fire. So meerkat, dependability. These are really cool sigils. I really like these. Wildebeest, the victim. Zebra or zebra, individuality. I'm starting to say things like I'm in North American. Sammy. Tiger, cowardice. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that the keywords to the, well, I'm making an educated guess. The keywords to the animals are the same as that are in Scott's World Animal book. Ant, strength, which I showed at the beginning of the video. And we see the background now has changed from that yellow to a red, so you can easily see what element we're in. Coyote, the Joker. Bee, this is my favorite. Bee, potential. Gorilla, essence. So pretty. Grey wolf, the pathfinder. Skunk, compromise. And boy, oh boy, did they stink. Crocodile, creative force. So they've had 11 of each element so far. Hippopotamus, now we're down to water. Volatility. Giraffe, intersection. Asian black bear, the prostitute. That is a very interesting connection to that card. I don't think I've ever seen the prostitute. I've seen, like, if you work with archetypes, you'll see that come up, but giant panda, sorrow. Oh, that just made me sad just looking at the poor little pandy. Red panda, compassion. Black bear introspection. Again, we've got that blue in the background, really pretty. So it's going to be really easy when you do a layout with this this deck to see what dominant element is in the reading or what element is missing from the reading. Crow, law, and I like that there are not such obvious associations, especially the elemental associations with the animals. It's good to have, you know, different perspectives, you know, like crow is often associated with air because it's a bird, and it's nice to see that there's some difference in this. Dolphin, breath. Jaguar, impeccability. Spider, the weaver. Whale, ground signatures. That's beautiful. The artwork is really gorgeous. You can tell that there's a lot of, when you look at this, so much detail in this. So now we're on to Earth and the African elephant and commitment. Ostrich, grounding. Like you can see all that feather work. That takes a lot of time. Chimpanzee, ascension. Oh, orangutan, man of the forest. Bison, sacred prayer. Puma, leadership. Dog, loyalty. And I always wonder if the dogs in decks like this are like the artist's dog or the author's dog, because I would totally put my dog in there in my deck. Rabbit, fertility. Jackal, death. Turkey, shared blessing. Really, the sigils are so cool. Moose, durability. And we have some blank cards, which is really cool. So we have an air card, an earth card, a fire card, and a water card. So you could include those in your reading, you could take them out. These are meant to be for your own personal spirit animals if they're not included in the deck. And I love that you can explore whatever element you feel those animals would be and put them in the deck as well. So that is really great. My spirit animals or power animals are in this deck, the owl, the bee, and then my third would probably be the otter. So I'm lucky that a lot of decks have those in there already. So I'm going to shuffle the deck. I'm not going to include the blank ones in my shuffle because I actually want to see what's in the guidebook for each of these. So we're going to give this a shuffle. They shuffle really nicely. They have a glossy lamination. Okay, we're going to choose this one, and it's a whale. I get the whale a lot when I pick cards. So we have the whale, water, ground signatures, and 33. Let's have a look at what we have in the guidebook, which is a nice guidebook. It's like 147 pages. I mean, Scott absolutely has a lot to say about this. So the first publication was in 2012 and this edition is 2020. So Patrick, we have the contents here about World Animal Spirits, the World Dreaming card spreads, and then we move to the elements. So you can quickly find the card from the element, and I like that they like made it really you know easy. So fire, ochre red cards, and for someone this is southern hemispheric, so north is fire because the equator is north, but here we would have that as south and fire. So acknowledgements, introduction, and we have some beautiful black and white art all the way through this, which is always gorge, about the world animal spirits. So we talk about, well, Scott talks about mammals, birds, aquatics, reptiles, insects and arachnids. So Scott has always had the most amazing information. Like if you're looking for an animal deck, I really recommend something by Scott. And I think it's because I also know him, that obviously maybe I might be a little biased, but he does give you so much information here. How to read the World Animal Dreaming cards. It's not as though he just decided to do an animal deck, you know, like it's not like he's like, oh, I'm just going to do an animal deck because I know it's going to sell. It's like, this is his life work. So if you're going to get an animal deck, getting it from someone who does this from a deep passion is, I think, a really friggin' good way to go. So how to read the cards, talks about the elements, the dreaming cards, the Big Five spread, the World Animal Dreaming Totem spread, the Ancestor spread, so some really good ones in here. And then it talks about the addition in here of the blank cards, which is awesome. And then we have the interpretations. So we're going to, so then we have East, Air, Yellow. So we're going to have a look at, so we've gotten like a good 51 pages of good information here. So the whale is 124. It was so easy to find that in the guidebook. I really struggle when they don't have, if it's alphabetical order, no problem, but if you have to go like chasing things, it's quite frustrating. So ground signature. So we have a lovely amount of information. So we got a little bit about the whale and the message of the whale, and then the whale has sung its way into your card. You've been asked to embrace how sensitive you are to your environment and realize how strong psychic connection to Mother Earth may affect your life. Well, that's pretty true. Being empathic, I get that. Okay, we're gonna go in the back. And then the author and artist. And then the rest of Scott's books and the cards as well. He's got some CDs, some meditation CDs too, which I also have. Like I said, I have deep respect for anyone whose life work is something they pour all their passion into, which I know Scott has, and I really enjoy the artwork. I love that this is so different to every other animal deck out there, with the sigils of each element, the border element there, and then these really, really cool individual sigils. I'm looking forward to working with this deck a lot. If you're going to get an animal deck, like I said, I'd rather get one from someone that I know has spent their life working with animal magic and connecting with animal messages. So I will place a link in the description box where you can go and support Scott Alexander King's work and Animal Dreaming, or we can get this deck if you like it and enjoy it. I have a lot more other videos, but even if you just wanted to stop by to see this one, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.